think it's running. Yeah, it's running. Hello, YouTubers. I'm popping on here just to give a very vast update. I have decided to completely abandon the private server I was playing on before. One, as you'd seen, the raids were getting more and more retarded. It just wasn't worth our time. We decided to go to, well, legitimately playing on Blizzard. So, I can tell you, from my experience on this, Blizzard is a lot better. Literally, you got your garrison here. Oh, hell. Okay. Put that one up for that. That one up for that. Do I have one that has that ability? Well, hell. I'll just throw that up. 90% good enough. Anyways, Blizzard is a million times better with running and add-ons. There's a lot of differences between my NUI on the other one and this one. Of course, as always, I'm going to play the Feral Druid, so expect a lot of high DPS. I figured out in boredom that I could do this solo without fail. So, yeah, it's going to be interesting having the gear grind on retail for me. I'm figuring profession build up and the typical bullshit I had to deal with on the private server, but mostly it's because the gap was 85 to 90, then it jumped from 90 to 100. That 10 level gap right there just kind of makes it really difficult to go up and raid by raid gear up. It's a lot easier just to jump up to a certain raid and what? Oh, anyways. It's a lot easier to shift up and raid with profession farming. I have joined a guild on this server. I don't. There. Twilight Horde. We are in Dragonblight. It definitely is a lot different. Like, boom. From talent trees to that. How do you deal with that? Well, I know where I'm going at level 100. I mean, who wouldn't grab Moonfire in cat form? Seriously. Cat form, Moonfire. Put together, OP much? But I'm willing to bet, at any rate, that Feral Druids do have a drawback in raids, even with that ability. So it's going to be interesting. Restoration is obviously my off-spec still, though I have little to no gear for it. So it's going to be interesting to gear up 2 specs through profession farming. But it's about typical for me. As far as uploading YouTube videos, it's, well, on a very low down because obviously bills have to be paid. So I've been working like a dog. The stairs currently at work. I'm currently actually had to call off. I had a slight mishap at work. I ended up with a nail through my foot, so I ended up going off and getting a tetanus shot today. that was fun. But either way, the my foot, I could still walk on it. Yeah, it was interesting. I might do a video where you can see that. I might not, because I doubt anybody really wants to see my damn foot on my YouTube channel. Just know it kind of sucked. As far as things go, though, still trying to raid, still trying to have fun. Minecraft is at a major standstill because in the first place, when I'm playing games right now, I'm always on this now. Trying to get to level 100 and gear up and all that. Yeah.
Talk to me. For Duratan.
Let me see if I can remember. I can't remember a lot of the buttons because it's been such a long time. Oh yeah, I should empty something in my bags. It's been sitting there for a while. Not that. There's a toy. There it is. I already know that one. No. Is that the toy? Huh. I must just need to put it in my bag. But, yeah. So, apparently the way it works now is, obviously, Warlords of Draenor is much different from any form of patch. That doesn't go in there. That's reagent. But, yeah. As far as things go, again, still trying to get things going. Doing a lot better financially now, but free time wise, not so good. Working construction and all that, it takes up a lot of your time. It's not a glorious job, but it's better than nothing. As far as future, I will be looking for other occupations. Maybe it'll free up my time. I don't know. I'm definitely going to be on a search sooner or later. But that's when the time comes and getting all that arranged and figuring everything out. Right now, it's just get that foot in the door and get things going. I'm pretty sure anybody who has a job or works understands that point of view. But yeah, as far as amusing raids that I'm going to be putting up, I don't think I'm going to put up a raid for the last guild on the private server because it started off really good, but once we got to Blood Queen, me and Dysteria decided to quit the guild and just said screw the private server. So it just went to hell. As far as future ideas of what I'm doing on here, I'll probably start with, just posting some leveling sometimes here and there. It might be spoilers for some people who don't play World of Warcraft. It might be interesting for some people who want to learn. As far as my old rotation, it is scrapped. In this version, Mangle is only bear. So my old Mangle spam versus Shred spam is completely obliterated. The plus side to it is now I have a proper rotation. Now, what I'll be doing is I'll actually be moving this here and this here whenever I get Moonfire. So it'll be Fairy Fire, Moonfire, Rake, Shred, and I actually, with my glyphs, have taken care of the need to use Savage Roar. Savagery takes up the glyph of Savage Roar, where you increase Savage Roar's power. Rake, Shred, while plowing, you're granted Savage Roar as if you were used with 5 combo points. That's actually really interesting. They changed up the glyph of Savage Roar. But now I have Savagery. Savage Roar is now always active passively, but its effects are reduced by 10%. So I constantly have a Savage Roar. I wonder if it put it in general. No. Of course it wouldn't. Anyways, where's Savage Roar? Oh. Savage Roar, passive. 30%. I'm constantly doing 30% more damage while in Cap 1. Good way to figure that out, because I turned to passive. Ferocious Bite is my glyph. I got the glyph of Stag just to, you know, help get the stereo around, because Warlords of Draenor is very different from normal Outland, which is shown by the map. You'll notice it's very different versus Outlands, which is only like a part of it. We lose a lot here on the Outlands, but it still has, you know, the same places, but you lose here, Zangarmarsh, to a lake. See? So it's a lot different, but very similar at the same time. You lost in our version, you lost here, you gained here. So it kind of exchanged things for other things. But it's actually really interesting. I love the storyline that came up for Warlords of Draenor. It actually really, really turned me on to it. To actually go back into the World of Warcraft world where, you know, you get to see the orcs in their prime and all the Draenei in their prime. It really gives you a really much better outlook on the whole entire game. You know, and the fact that they actually included, you know, all of that stuff into the game, it just kind of made it even more awesome to watch and see and do. Now, another thing I'm going to have difficulties with is, yeah, this crap. Leech multi-strike, I hear, is really good. Leech, versatility, avoidance, bonus armor. You know, a lot of the things are very similar, but a lot of it is very different. The entire outlook of the game has changed. It's brought a whole new look to it. Obviously, not so vastly different that you would think, but I mean, I guess it's quite different when you're talking about some of the things. I mean, that's different. Before is nothing but a cheetah. Now it's a stag. Bear. Didn't really change too much. But yeah, they've made a lot of changes on Blizzard, and I've had one hell of an adjustment to it. I mean, think I'm doing okay. And I just doing what I can do here. I've had this account for like 3 months, and I'm still only 96, so should tell you how little free time I have anymore. As far as music, on my end, has always been pretty much at a standstill, and it's even worse now that I have a job and I'm planning on actually getting repairs done to my guitar, so that's going to take some time. But as far as other things, just going, doing. I don't usually get on YouTube too much. I mostly am listening to like the La Machinima people and Korn, and because their new album and how they actually sound like themselves again, and it sounds really good. Yeah, so that's about 85% of what I've been listening to, stuff like that. My garrison, I've gotten up to a certain level. I'm going to stop progressing it for a little while. So I can actually build up my gold, because my bags are a little light right now as far as gold goes. So, I don't remember, didn't I put some gold in here? Oh, apparently you could store your gold in the bank now. Or not. Thought you could, but I guess not. Would be interesting if you could. You'd probably have to buy a bag or something. I didn't know you could even pull out your gold like that. I just know in DDO you could store some of your gold in the bank, and items and equipment and junk that you don't want. So it'd be nice if you could do something like that in World of Warcraft. Unfortunately, I haven't seen it yet. I'd have to say that's the only down note I could think of this game. I mean, obviously, aside from Pandaria, you know, and their pandas and bullshit. I mean, think about it. The only highlight of the patch that anybody thought of as a highlight was pandas. The entire expansion was made by pandas. That's its entire success. It's all about that race. That's all it was. The entire expansion was about that race joining into the battle. And then they reamed the race with Garrosh Hellscream. He did massive damage. What is this? Huh. You can buy those with garrison supplies. I should have enough garrison supplies to buy that potion. That'll help me level up. Anyways. But yeah, like I said, I'm not really doing much on here right now because I don't want to get too far ahead of Dysteria or Corpse Bride or whatever you'd rather call her. On World of Warcraft, we call her Corpse or Corpse Bride. But that's because that's her character's name. Me, on the other hand, of course, on here, I'm Shaggy. On Minecraft, I'm Shaggy. Corpse Bride, however, on Minecraft is Dysteria, so I went with Dysteria for that one. So, I'm not going to bore you with all the extreme details of how long we've been out and all that. I'm just going to cut the video now, since I've been sitting here chit-chatting with you for almost 30 minutes. Letting you know what's going on, and to expect very slow uploads. I'm not even going to be on uploading anywhere near even once a month. If I'm lucky, that's what it'll be. So, expect very slow videos from me. Hopefully next time I pop up on WoW, I'm level 100 and I have everything I want going on. So for now, I'm going to say goodbye. Have fun playing whatever games you're playing. Actually, send me some ideas of something you'd like to see on my channel. Maybe something interesting. If anybody has any ideas, that would be nice. I mean, like I said, I only upload once in a great while, so getting some input from the one, maybe two subscribers I have would be nice. Till later, ta-ta.